Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to this channel, What No One Told You. I'm Jessica. Thank you so much for being here with me. I truly hope you're doing very, very, very well from the bottom of my heart. And before we begin, I'd like to remind you that this is a collective reading. Whatever resonates within you, whatever speaks to your soul, embrace it. And whatever doesn't resonate with you, let it go with much love. It's okay. Nothing happened. Everything's fine. Now we're going to begin with the oracle. And we'll ask your angels, your guides, and your ancestors to give us the information you need to hear right now. Dear Scorpio, what do you need, Scorpio? What message do you bring us? Give me a card, please. Wow, look. It's just that the cards are really speaking. They're telling me something. Look, on one hand, they're asking you what your soul is asking you to do. Because I see that you're beginning to have a wonderful opening. I see that there is a beautiful opening of your heart chakra, and this is making you connect with the Akasha, with your own divine essence, with your inner God who guides you. You are feeling a mystery that you don't quite understand. You don't know where it's leading you, but it's making you see a path. You don't know exactly where that path goes, but you feel that there is a way opening up for you, and that is the great mystery you are feeling. Maybe what you're sensing seems crazy. Like you might think, how could I ever do this? It's impossible. So, what is being asked of you with this heart chakra opening is to allow yourself to understand what's happening around you, what is moving you inside. And when you understand that bigger picture, then you must also understand why you are making that decision. But everything must come from love. It is essential that it comes from love, because the reason behind your decision will bring good to everything involved, both within and outside of you. That's why you need to understand very well before taking that step forward, because it's not worth leaving things behind without having understood them. Or you'll return to the same place again. Love, the heart, is what guides you, but it cannot walk while leaving bombs along the way. It must leave roses without thorns. You never know if you'll have to walk that same path again, so be careful with those bombs. And be careful not to leave thorns on your roses, because you could be hurting yourself later. From a deep understanding, I see that this is an internal healing above all, so that the external may heal as well. Each thing exists in its own world, but still in relation to you. Now I'm going to move to the tarot, and we're going to see what energies you are in right now, dear Scorpio. Your current energy, Scorpio. Good. Here we have the Strength card. And strength always speaks to us of inner power. That inner power which, despite the external circumstances, allows us to perfectly master our fears in order to act with precision and resolve whatever situation we may be facing right now. I see that this inner strength, this ability to control my fears instead of letting my fears control me, leads me to live in harmony both with myself and with everything around me. This tells me that it brings stability. So the energy surrounding Scorpio at this moment speaks of stability, of observing, of listening more deeply, because there are decisions to be made. But I'll tell you something. Those decisions are always within you. If you need to search for answers, look for them inside yourself. Stay away from the noise. Connect with your inner world. Connect with your inner self, because your experience is what has given you wisdom. And wisdom brings illumination. Well, here we are with the Two of Wands, Scorpio. Yes, sometimes it can be complicated, but it's necessary. You have two paths open before you. One is your comfort zone, and the other is an unknown place, but one that will be much better for you. You have to decide. And that decision cannot be made from fear. If you need to cry, let it out. I can see that someone close to you has betrayed you, someone very near to your heart, and it could be with someone else. It doesn't matter if we're talking about love, family, friendship, a business partner, or even a coworker. What matters is that this betrayal is pushing you to make a decision. Because someone has betrayed you with someone else, and this is what leads you toward the new. It's what lights that inner torch within you and makes you realize what your true worries are. And your true worries are fears of change, fears of transformation, because even though the current situation may not look ideal, staying where you are just because it's familiar is not the answer. It's like saying, better the devil you know than the one you don't. But in truth, what awaits you beyond that fear is much better, once you remove this from your life. You are one step away from achieving something very important, and that is finally finding that long-desired peace. Because life is like that in the end, isn't it? In every home, there are struggles, and in the ones that seem calm, there are storms hidden away. Everyone goes through life facing countless challenges that constantly test us, but those same challenges also make us stronger. They make us wiser. I can see that even though you may feel a bit tired of always having to fight, don't worry, because that stability you've been longing for is just around the corner. You are one step away from achieving something truly important, and that important thing is transformation. Here we have the Death card, showing a deep transformation taking place within you. We saw that torch earlier, representing the opportunity you have in your hands to end this once and for all. Because if we know that someone has betrayed us with another person, we stay trapped in melancholy, wondering why things couldn't be different, why it had to happen this way. The disappointment becomes so great that nothing seems to bring us joy anymore, and we fall into a heavy apathy, but that is coming to an end. Goodbye to that energy. It's time to be real with ourselves. Of course, there is something we may not want to let go of, because we still love it. Even though someone else is involved, we continue to love, but life is telling you, my dear, that it's time to choose. You must make a decision, reach an agreement, and I see something pending related to a house or a business. It says you will reach an agreement regarding that house and that business. I can also see that justice will be on your side. If you need help, ask for it, but be honest, be sincere, and defend what you need to defend. A fresh breeze enters your life, completely renewing everything for you. I can see someone coming to look for you to invite you to an event because they see you a bit sad. That event will actually do you a lot of good because it brings recognition for something you've done at work. Someone has been observing you quietly from the background. It's true, there is competition, yes, but I also see that you're ready to move forward. Let me tell you something. If you are in a relationship, that person will come back to you. They will acknowledge their mistakes. If your partner has been unfaithful, I see them coming to ask for forgiveness, to admit what they did wrong, to shower you with gifts and sweet gestures. But in the end, they continue being unfaithful. I'm sorry to tell you this, but that's how it shows. They return, they apologize, they try to win you back with presence and affection, yet they still go back to their lover. If you are single, I see someone new entering your life who will quickly want to move in with you. But right now, you're not in the right emotional state for a relationship, and we shouldn't deceive ourselves. Whether you are in a relationship or not, this is not the right time for love until you cry, heal, and fully process your grief. You are not in the space to forgive anyone yet, because with your current low energy, others might feed off your light and empower themselves by draining your strength. If you are single and dealing with personal struggles, it's not wise to start anything new either. When you are strong again, when you've cried all you needed to cry and put your life back in order, then you'll be ready for the kind of relationship you truly deserve. Why? Because if you're single, it's not that the person will necessarily be unfaithful, but there will be many conflicts since you haven't fully healed from this experience, and eventually you'll walk away. And if you forgive your current partner, you'll still end up leaving because they will betray you again. As for work, I see opportunities coming your way. I see success approaching, celebrations, and new doors opening for you. All right, let's continue. What I see here is that life for you is calling for rest and renewal. I feel that you need to take a break, take some time for yourself, go on a short vacation, and allow real healing to happen. It's time to remove from your life everything that is not authentic. I can see that a sudden shift is coming to shake things up so that you can move forward, regain confidence, and rediscover the beauty that exists within you and around you. Finally, you will be ready to leave behind what needs to be left behind. I can also see that if you have been sick or feeling unwell because of the situation we've been seeing throughout this reading, that cycle is ending. It's over. You are going to recover and heal little by little, regaining your strength and rebuilding your self-confidence. Good. I see that emptiness slowly beginning to fill again, little by little, All that difficult time we saw before is going to be left behind. It will remain only as something distant, like a memory. That painful and deep betrayal, so unfair from that person toward you, will finally lose its power over you. Once you have released that complicated situation from your life, that's when the torch appears again. The worries fade away, healing takes place, and you realize that person or that situation was never meant for you. You recover through faith. I see you starting to focus on yourself more than on others, giving yourself the satisfaction you deserve rather than living for others. I see you listening to your heart and closing a cycle with everything toxic. I see you independent, faithful, hopeful, full of dreams, watching carefully and staying alert. When something feels off, you'll become like Sherlock Holmes, quietly observing to discover whether what you have is real or not. The greatest lesson this entire experience will leave you is that before making any decision, you will first gather all the information you need before saying yes or no. And that's very interesting because at the beginning of the reading, we were told the same thing, that you must understand why you make your decisions and do so from love. Remember? And now the message repeats itself, reminding you once again to pay close attention to that very point. Now, let's see what the immediate future holds for Scorpio. In the near future, Scorpio, I see you stepping into your power, taking back control, and seeking balance, stability, and above all, order both within and around you. It's essential that you empower yourself, reclaim your strength, and move forward with your goals and your projects. You have many choices before you, so look within your own values and principles. A rebirth is taking place. I see you caring for your beauty, your diet, and your self-care, dedicating a season to reconnecting with yourself and with your most spiritual side. You will put yourself first, seeking balance between giving and receiving in your relationships. You've given so much, and in that devotion, you lost a part of yourself. Now the work you'll soon be doing is to observe and analyze whether that giving has been reciprocated. This will be one of your tasks, learning to always seek balance between giving and receiving. And when you see someone who doesn't give back in the same way you do, you'll remove them directly from your life, very clearly, because now you know what you want and what you don't. It's a wise choice. If you've been ill, don't worry, because you will recover little by little. Maybe you or someone close has been bedridden for a while, but don't be afraid, you're almost ready to rise again. If you've been waiting for medical reports or results, they will arrive soon, and you'll realize that everything is progressing. It might be costly or tiring, but it's moving forward. You must trust, raise your energy, and believe in yourself. This message also applies to someone who has been a bit unwell, or if a family member has been sick, don't worry, they're about to recover. Everything is improving, so stay calm, stay centered, and smile. Your reading ends here. I hope it serves as a guide and brings you clarity. Thank you so much for being here with me. And if any part of this message resonated with your soul, please leave a comment, share your light with others, Scorpio. If it touched you, like this reading, subscribe, and share it with someone you know who needs to see things from a new perspective. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.